Hey everybody, happy Monday to you all. Wanted to hop on here and share two ideas that have been kind of processing in my mind. The idea that we are all, I am both, a chicken and a champion. I'm a chicken and I'm a champion. Now, whenever I say that, like what comes to your mind? I know for me, the the idea behind it all was I can see myself, and when I look back at my life, there's certain ways that I've seen significant growth, significant moments of like accomplishment and just taking care of business, having the strong conversation, having the hard conversation, and it's like champion moment. And then other times, I've cowered away, I've stepped down, I've been silent. And whenever I talk about these things, it's such a gift to realize that every human is both a chicken and a champ. And I would just, as we start the work week, really, I wanted just to invite you into that conversation that I'm having with myself and ask you, where are you today? Are you in the place of, I don't want to have this conversation. I'm not looking for this conversation, not looking toward, looking forward to these action steps. I'm already trying to find ways to, not complete that workout that I said I would do, or not talk to that client because I know that you have a story that you go to that, makes them the bad person and you the good person, and not owning the conversation. So like what's going on? Those are chicken moments, and there's a reason for them. It's no bad. There's a perfectly good reason for it. And my work is holding that space to investigate and get curious about what's going on when those moments where we find ourselves backing down, taking shortcuts, breaking promises, blaming it on others, whatever. Like there's a reason for it. And the point of this conversation is just to bring that level of just honesty and transparency to the forefront of our lives. Because I believe that whenever we do find our patterns, whenever we do know what we're really up to, we can actually then shift. I've said it before, once we know what's going on, we're able to make decisions far clearer and easier and actually experience the results that we really long for. And like I said, as you step into Monday, it's already lunchtime here on the East Coast. And I just want to invite you into, hey, what is one small step to champion something that I'm if I'm honest with myself, I've probably been a chicken up until this moment. I haven't shared with my spouse what I've been wrestling with. I haven't, been as kind to my kids because of this, or, I don't really want to put forth the effort into my health that I've been talking about for so long. I haven't asked for help in certain areas where I know I'm confused or lost in, because I worry about the judgments that others may have towards me if I ask a question, because it may sound like a stupid question, right? Like I just want to invite you all into the space of, hey, let's lean in together. If I really want to be a champion in this way of being, and I'm not meaning like you're the dominant person here. You're not like number one. It means, am I just being true to the person that I'm called to be? Whether that's being as a parent or as a business owner, as your neighbor to people around you. Like what does that champion mean to you? And what's one small thing that you can own today, and then maybe tomorrow, and then the next day? And they're just small steps. Just focus on the small steps of being a champ in whatever it is that is your direction and your way of being, true to who you are and the people around you. And then if you are a chicken, are you so willing to just own, hey, this is what I've contributed, right? Like one of the things that I find people being chickens in the most, and it's because it's true of myself, is conflict. Like I go to a place before the conversation even happens where I start strategizing and planning for the responses and worrying about all these things that haven't even happened, right? And then so I justify not having the conversation. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to piss him off. I don't want to break the deal. I don't want to lose him as a client, right? All these things. And really, there's so much in me that doesn't want to have this conversation or do these action steps. And really the gift is the willingness to step into that space where I champion it and I step into it and I grow from it, because I know the man of integrity that wants to be called up in this world is a greater gift than the chicken that I can go to. And so friends, I just want to invite you into that space as well. We are both and. It's not either or. Whenever we see others acting like a chicken, are we willing to, or what we experience to be chicken-like behavior, are we willing to just to lean in and say, hey, what's up? Can I stand with you? Can I share feedback? Asking for permission to speak love and speak care into somebody's life. And if they say no, great. But if they do say yes, are you willing to be honest and vulnerable? If you're in conflict, are you willing to own your part in the conflict? You contributed to the reality. There is no doubt about it. If you think you haven't, you think it's all on them because of what they've done or what they said or what they didn't say or blah, 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 you are just as much the chicken as they are. And if you really want to be a champ, you will own your part in it, your contribution, your say, for the sake of the relationship, for the sake of the person that you are called to be. And friends, like I said, I just want to invite that conversation to the table this week. Where am I being a chicken? Where am I being a champ? Can I take the momentum that I'm looking in with a champion mindset? Maybe you're really been faithful and really on, and responsible and on task with a certain commitment, a promise that you've made. And how can we copy paste that in those other areas where it's like, man, I don't want to do this, right? Because we are both and that's okay. But let's just be honest with it. So be honest. If you need help, reach out. I'm happy to stand with you in it because you're not meant to do it alone. This life of ours is not something that we are called to do single-handedly. And so I'd be honored to stand with you and, hey, Joe, this is where I feel like I'm being a chicken. And there's other phrases, there are other ways you can put it, but that just kind of caught my attention whenever I put it in that kind of context of I can both champion moments, conversations, commitments, and then I can also chicken away and back down. I can champion one and chicken in the other. And it can be in the same day, in the same moment, in the same conversation even, where I started really strong and I ended really poorly, or vice versa. The life is and champions don't always look like winners either. It looks like sometimes being vulnerable and real and honest and messy and stepping into it. So, don't take these two words as one pure meaning. There's probably more. And I want to know from you guys, what does it mean? Because like I said, if we're not meant to do this alone, let's do it together. I hope that's encouraging to you, friends. We are both chickens and champs, and I want to invite you into a champion mindset this week, however way that looks. And if you need resources, if you need help, and if you want somebody to stand with you, reach out. Are you willing to champion that next step? Don't worry about the full commitment, the full thing. Where can I do one small step to champion a promise and champion a moment that calls me up into this world and allows me and allows the people around me to experience the gift that life really is? Hope that encourages you, friends. Feel free to ask questions, leave comments here, and have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.